There's been much talk on social media platforms about a possible strike to the Earth by a chunky piece of rock, which we call an asteroid. And the designated year is 2032, which is not that far away. Near 2032, the media outlets claim that there is a strong possibility of a direct asteroid impacting our terra firma, our planet Earth. And so today we're going to examine the truth thereof. Now, this is a very well-established, well-studied asteroid called 2024YR4. 2024YR4, very exotic name. But what's very interesting is that this asteroid is part of what we call the Apollo group of asteroids. Now, the Apollo group of asteroids are very interesting because many of the near-Earth objects form part of the Apollo asteroid group. So, it is true that 2024YR4, this asteroid, exists. It is true that its path or its orbit intersects the orbit of the Earth. That's very interesting now. It intersects the orbit of the Earth. So what are the probabilities of a direct strike? Well, first of all, how big is this asteroid? I would estimate not very big at all, perhaps 40 meters, something like that. Whereas the asteroid which wiped out the dinosaurs 65 million years ago is likely to have been an asteroid about 10 kilometers in diameter. This is only 40 meters, so it's minute. And furthermore, the chances of a direct strike are around, depending on which model you use, but on around 1 to 2%. So the point I wish to make is this: it's very small. The probability of a direct impact is small. I think that you and I have far greater dangers of being knocked over by a bus or suffering a stroke possibly, or something of that nature. Our lives are filled with risk. And so I wouldn't put too much attention on the possible asteroid strike of 2024YR4, but if it did strike, it would cause major but local damage. For example, if it, say, hit in the forests in the Amazon, it would create a gaping chasm, but nothing existentially such that life, the precious life that God has created on earth, is at stake. At the very worst possible scenario, it's a tiny piece of rock around 40 meters across, and if it did strike, it's really the size of some tall building, right? Striking the Earth. Nothing that us astronomers are very worried about, but the good news is that there's a 98 to 99% chance that it does not strike the Earth. And so that wraps up the truth of this possible impact in 2032 is not to start calling it some sort of apocalyptic event, which it certainly would never be. Again, the asteroid which wiped out the dinosaurs around 10 kilometers in diameter, this one a mere 40 meters. I trust it puts your mind at rest, because as Jesus said, only the truth shall set us free.